Welcome, Grab Shiny Podcast. My name is John with Zach, Nick.
What up, people?
There's a lot to talk about.
I want to say hi.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Nick. You hesitated, so
Well, it's because you were talking, and I ain't trying to be rude.
I will butt in. I don't care.
there was like a moment where I was like, man, maybe Nick's not gonna say hi. Let me just wait.
You didn't wait long enough.
I'm sorry.
Saying.
I will wait for you.
Thank you.
Just like we've been waiting for this fucking Switch conference. Woo!
Nice segue.
Yeah. Nice. That's all we have to talk about today. So we watched the presentation. You might have saw a reactions video. You might not have. We're going to go through the Switch presentation step by step. Every single thing we saw. That we can remember. Because there was a lot of bullshit nonsense in the middle too. Then we're also going to go over some things that were announced later on. And we're going to talk about it all. So let's start right at the top. Zach. Nick.
Good stuff.
Price point.
Oh, we skipping good stuff this time?
Oh, my bad. Stuff. You're right. I'm so sorry. Good stuff.
Yes.
Who wants to go first?
Good stuff.
Oh. That's a nice picture.
Oh, God. That clip
kills
me,
I was so excited to jump right into...
That's so funny.
I was so excited to jump into the Switch presentation, but you're right. Let's go ahead and hit up good stuff. Name a good video game or anime or whatever, and tell us why so we can get some happiness going here. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Zach. It's your turn this time. I went first last time.
I'll do a video game. I'll talk about the Mega Man Battle Network series. Those are pretty fun.
Which one in particular? Like which one is the good one to get?
Either 2 or 3 to me. I can't remember exactly which one, but it has mostly like the 2 characters reimagined most of the time. So like you fight Quick Man and you're like, oh, I remember Quick Man, so he's probably kind of fast. And you start shooting him, he's like cutting up your bullets in midair, and you're like, oh,
he's real fast.
Yeah, he's like, this guy's fucking fast. And it has like a cool little combat system that's really weird. It's like a RPG action-ish kind of card game. Fuck, it's weird.
Right, I saw there there's like a grid, right?
Yeah,
you can move around,
and it's really cool. And like all the characters are kind of reimagined in like different ways, and it's just really cool. I like it. It's fun.
Now I have to ask: have you played Star Force?
Star Force, no.
Which is like the
I've
pseudo
seen
sequel.
a little bit of the anime, and I wanted to cry because I think that's the one where he. No, maybe it isn't Star Force. I don't know. Whichever one has his talking blaster. Might be Star Force.
Might be Star Force. I don't know.
That's what really drew me away.
What's up, Aries?
What's going on, Aries? You didn't see it? We're about to fill you in.
We're going to fill you in. We're going to talk about it top to bottom. Show you some nice pictures. We've upgraded the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah. Who wants... Nick, you want to go?
Yeah. I'll hit a game. I'll do anime.
Okay.
Yeah.
The anime I've chosen for my good stuff is My Bride is a Mermaid.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, it's good once, you know.
What is it?
Let me. Can I talk?
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you. It's one of the first box sets I bought. One of the first DVDs I bought.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like before One Piece.
Before One Piece.
Before
it's special, man.
Spice and Wolf.
Oh God. This is before I found out about Spice and Wolf. Okay. When I watched it. So My Bride is a Mermaid. Right, so the guy's visiting his grandma with his mom and dad in the Seto Sea. And he's swimming. Dude's drowning. I don't know if you knew how to swim or not.
Really fast. He's swimming and he's drowning.
He went swimming, he's drowning. Okay, so he gets saved by a girl. Girl turns out to be a mermaid, right? You're not supposed to see mermaids. Her family comes to talk to him.
Oh. Aggressively?
Aggressively. Find out her family's Yakuza.
Oh, shit. That escalated.
Yeah, so either he dies or she dies. Well, her dad wants him to die, but the mom's like, hey, if you marry our daughter, you'll be part of the family and you can keep on living. So
he does that.
Reluctantly, yes. And then
okay.
Funny hilarity ensues. It's a funny show.
I just hate that little side character.
The little minnow. I hate. She's annoying too.
She's the biggest blocker, man.
She is the biggest. Yes, all right.
And those kind of characters are like, oh, that's kind of funny, but then they do it all the time.
She's like an assassin, but
you're just ruining the romance part of this whole anime.
I like the little references to other shows too, that they drop in there. Very funny.
What's the name of the show again?
My Bride is a Mermaid.
My Bride. When did it come out? Is it like
06?
a new...
No, this is older.
Yeah.
This is old, like 06, 07, something like that.
Cool.
It's good.
So I'm going to talk about a game. I'm going to talk about Ratchet and Clank Crack in Time. Because I feel like...
Which one's that one?
That is the third, technically, PS3 one. Because they had Tools of Destruction, Quest for Booty, and then they had a Crack in Time.
Oh, so it's not like the third Ratchet and Clank. It's like you said third PS3
Yeah,
one.
the third PS3 one, which makes it, the millionth one at that point. Because I think everyone has a lot of like nostalgia for the PS2 ones, and they're great. They really are. Like, especially Up Your Arsenal is incredible. But a lot of people shit on the PS3 ones, and I like to think it's just because like.
Is that when they started like some of the 4-player ones, like the weird ones?
Oh, but that was afterwards. But yeah.
Oh, okay. So still in the Ratchet and Clank, like it wasn't. It didn't feel way different.
Yeah. This is a Ratchet and Clank game. Yeah. Straight up, get gadgets, get weapons, shoot, third-person platforming.
So why do people dislike it?
I don't know. Like Tools of Destruction to me is like, it came off as, hey guys, look, we got Ratchet and Clank working on the PS3, because PS3 is such a hard system to develop for, and no one knew how to do it. It came off as like it was there, it was just like missing. Like the best way to like understand it is
an attempt to run it on PS3
yeah,
rather than
it was
take
like,
it as like a.
Okay, so when you got a gold bolt, there would be nothing on the screen. It would like show the animation, but there would be no like sound effect for it, and there would be nothing on the screen that would say like. Hey, one gold bolt acquired. Yeah. There was nothing to that.
Like
and
it didn't feel good.
Yes. And that kind of like describes the entire game.
Oh. Didn't feel good.
Like, you got it.
It just doesn't feel good to get anything.
If you love Ratchet and Clank, you're like, yeah, it was a good time. But then that was it. By the Quest for Booty came out next, which is like an hour-long little game or whatever. And you could tell like they were sort of figuring their shit out. And then by the time A Crack in Time came out, it was just fucking mind-blowing. And I think people were not feeling Ratchet and Clank at the time.
Yeah.
But, like, instead of, like, going to a planet, you go to a galaxy. And then you can just fly around in your ship, like, manually and go to different little planets and have, like, a Super Mario Galaxy-style adventure. Even though I call it Super Mario Galaxy when, in reality, Ratchet and Clank did that shit way before they did. So it's really... It's a Ratchet and Clank thing, but... Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it had like the right amount of weapons and the right amount of like story that was important to you. The Clank sections, because you're completely separated from Clank the entire game, so you don't have him as a backpack.
Yeah.
So like.
Oh, so he's like his own thing.
He's his own thing. So when you go to him,
like in the new one, right, where you play him a few times.
No, because he's still on your back.
Well, there's times where you separate them.
Yes. Okay. So imagine me separated the entire game. He's not on your back, like not even once.
You get like some kind of supplement for him being on your back though, like you get a long jump thing, like a jetpack.
You get different things. Okay. There's a totally different maneuverability going on in that game. But the idea is like you're looking for him sort of, while also trying to look for your own race and things like that. And he's in this weird like time machine thing, Clank is, that controls all the time in the universe, and all his puzzles are based around this time thing. So he can make copies of himself, rewind time. His copies will still go ahead and do the things they need to do.
So and then Blink's the time cat.
Is that how that works?
Yes. My god.
If in Blink's the time cat, you could do like up to 8 different versions of yourself.
You could do a few, but it was regular Xbox. I think that's where they.
I think you just told me I need to play Blink's the time cat.
You do. Like you could do like you go up to a switch. You rewind time. Now that copy of you is going to run up to that switch, unlocking a door in an opposite direction. So you start running in the opposite direction while the copy runs to get the switch for you. Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff like that, and like because you can like overlap things, like some of them like the last puzzle for him, I just couldn't figure out. I was like, I need to look this up because this is fucking like, and the timing is so tight because you can't like just you need to have it all set within a certain time limit, like because your little 1 minute rewind. So I'm assuming
you have to find like a really good like starting point. Yeah. So that way like everything has reasonable reach.
Yeah, and eventually you might get like to your third one, you're like, okay, this just isn't working. Time to fucking reset it all. But yeah, I like Ratchet and Clank Crack and Talk. I think it's the best Ratchet and Clank, Up Your Arsenal being second. Wow. So I think it needs a lot more respect.
RESPCT.
But let's move on. Good stuff's out of the way. Time to move on to the less good stuff. I mean,
the Switch console.
The Switch console.
You're right. Speak the truth, brother.
We'll get into it. So let's start off right off the bat. Price point, date, and their online systems were announced almost immediately.
Yeah.
I want to get that out the way.
Price point. Now, we'll be able to discuss the price point more once we talk about the rest of things. But just flat out, I want to know, when you heard the price point, what are your thoughts? The price point is $299.99 in America. Zach.
I felt pretty good about it, actually. Because that's exactly what I thought it was going to be at. So I was like, this is the reasonable. I would love it for B250.
Right.
300 is the reasonable asking price.
If you
anything higher than that, I would have been like, no.
300's like, if you have software, I could see myself jumping at it.
Yeah.
If I saw it in the store, yeah.
Sounds reasonable.
Nick, what do you think, man?
It was exactly where I was hoping it'd been at. You know, of course, I would always love it to be lower, cheaper.
Yeah.
But that's like, if it was to come out, I thought that's where they needed to be for them to have a chance at being a successful launch.
Yeah. The launch date is March 3rd.
Which is
sooner than we expected.
Yeah. Tax money. They banking on people spending that tax money.
It's
a good and it's a really bad thing at the same time.
Less than 2 months away now. It's good, I guess. Tax money will be in. That'll be nice, I guess. But
we'll add on.
We'll add on to that at the end.
The reason why the release date is bad.
They're online services. So when they said online services, it kind of surprised me because I was like, oh yeah, that's right. What do we have to talk about here? I didn't think we had anything to talk about. What's so different that you need to make it a talking point? Which I'm happy they did. They were very upfront. They didn't try to sneak it in there like Sony did when they announced PS4 is about to get paid for online. It was just like, they were just like, hey guys, you're going to fucking pay for Nintendo Online from now on. There's a free trial up front. And then in the fall, that's when the paid trial starts or whatever.
Which is a while, but...
Okay, but here's also the deal, and I don't want to jump too far ahead, but Ultra Street Fighter 2, whatever the subtitle is, has online. The final challenge has online, right?
But I don't think it comes out until the fall.
That is incorrect. It won't start online till the fall.
Oh.
And I don't think they'll be the only ones.
That's the fucking kicker. Yes.
The other devs are just gonna hold back until it's paid for. I think Mario Kart will be online. I think Splatoon 2, once it comes out in the spring or whatever, summer, it'll be online for free. But those will be the only ones.
What, free online or?
Well, they'll be the only online games available until it goes paid.
Yeah.
How much do you think they're gonna charge?
Dude.
Because I haven't seen anything.
They're probably doing the 3 month, 6 month, 1 year subscription that everybody else does.
Yeah, for a 1 month subscription.
I would at least be happy for them to like undersell other people. But
if you give me 1 year for $30, I'll accept it.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
That would be awesome.
That's not gonna happen.
PS4 and Xbox like 50, right?
It's like 50 or 60.
60
something like that.
If it is $60 or even
it's like 15.
If it's $50, I won't buy it. Like I won't buy the online. Like I already paid for too many other little dumbass subscriptions here, there. Like
what
and I don't
games
play.
do I really want to play online for it? Not much.
Not many. Smash.
If anything at all. Like Smash wasn't even shown.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Smash
one
is
game.
A myth at this point.
Yeah. Unless you make a new Monster Hunter for it, that's probably the only way you get me.
Pokemon, if they did that. But like,
yeah, even then, like you still play Pokemon on your DS for free online, so it's like,
yeah, well, that's my point is Pokemon won't be on the DS anymore.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, this is a handheld, like just flat out.
It's gonna be weird. People bringing in their Switches for fucking tournaments for Pokemon.
I mean, it'll happen. It won't be any different than when people bring their 3DS, because you can charge it with a regular USB charger. So
yeah, that's what's kind of cool. I'm surprised.
But yeah, so paid online, obviously a downer because we never want to pay for online, and it's just kind of sketchy because like, will I be even willing to pay for the amount of games Nintendo offers me online? Like Splatoon's there, I get it. They have some online games, they're just not ones I care about.
There's not a lot of games I play online anyway.
That's true. But I pay for PlayStation Plus, so
Me, same
I'm
here.
a sucker. That's something we need to bring up too.
You need to bring up the
yes, I do.
the games.
So PlayStation Plus gives you games every month
For Xbox.
And same thing for Xbox. You're right. Games for Gold or whatever it's called.
Sometimes they're garbage.
Sometimes they're good, but whatever. You were gonna pay anyway just to get the online service, probably.
Yeah.
And you get to keep those games, kind of like Napster, until you
subscription
until the subscription runs out or until the service ends or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's always yours, pretty much. Still rental service, but a long-term rental service.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch came out in the press report and was like, "Hey, we're gonna give you a free game as well every month." And you're like, "Okay, cool." It'll be a Nintendo game or a Super Nintendo game. You're like, "Okay, well those are old games, but
whatever.
I'm not tripping, you know. I like new games, you know, and there's a lot of games, so I'm down for that month." And it's been officially confirmed. At the end of the month,
you won't have access.
You won't have access to that game anymore. You'll have to pay to continue.
Stupid.
So every month, Nintendo or Super Nintendo game, you get it taken away from you at the end of the month, and you can pick a different one. So dumb.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, it's a slap in everybody's face.
It's just the wrong way to go about it.
I'm pretty sure no one has reacted positively by that.
No, not at all.
Pretty sure all negative on that account.
But moving on, they dicked around with the Joy-Con controller a lot. They spent so much time fucking with those Joy-Con controllers to show you like, oh, look at the fucking Joy-Con. Look how fucking cool it is. Look how it comes apart. Look, this is tabletop mode. They did a lot of that shit. It was such a waste of time. Real quick, because we're about to move on to the games, and we didn't know all this stuff till later, but I want to talk about the pricing for them. The Joy-Con controllers, you can buy them separately, which is nice, but they are $80. Now you get both the left side and the right side, but $80 fucking dollars.
Like, that's pretty fucking outrageous.
Jesus.
If
Christ.
you want one side only,
you can
$50.
Yeah, $50.
Which is more than half of the price of the other one.
What the fuck? They should be paying $40. You already have your set. If I only need one of them, I shouldn't have to pay more for just one of them.
So what ends up happening if I broke one?
It's almost like you might as well just get
both of
the set.
That
so,
way
and just replace your other one.
Yeah.
Because it probably has some wear and tear.
That's true. That's like when one of your tires goes out, you're like, well, let me replace the one on the opposite side too, just in case, because
I would love for that to happen, Aries. That'd be great.
What up? What'd he say?
The negative reactions on the whole.
Well, I might make a change. You know, I would love that.
But I doubt it.
I would love for people to just not buy the fucking online at all.
Yeah.
And see how the fuck they react to that.
Someone said like,
God, I would love that.
You know, if Nintendo was smart and then they paused and then they were like, oh yeah, that's right. They're fucking not. They're really stupid when it comes to this stuff. It's not they're stupid. They're very like hard-headed. They're very like, we're going to make them pay for online and that's final. Like, you know, whatever they say, they stick to, or else they feel like they like just devalue themselves somehow. Like, how dare we say we were wrong?
They're not punk bitches like fucking Xbox.
You're right.
Big backlash probably won't even fucking change their mind.
I loved how when PlayStation they came on after that. Like, we're not doing none of that, and then they got that standing like ovation.
And then Xbox changed because
Xbox, they were in the back sweating like, oh shit.
That's great for Xbox owners now.
But Nintendo doesn't even care.
I don't think Nintendo will ever fucking.
They'll change next time they put a console out if they need to.
Exactly. You know what? Oh, the Wii, y'all don't like this shit. Oh, fuck it. You're gonna have to deal with it.
So the Joy-Cons are fucking so overpriced. But also, the console does not come with a Pro controller, which we expected. You know, the console doesn't come with a Pro controller. You can see it right there. The Pro controller is beautiful. Like that's a masterful controller. I haven't felt it in my hand, but that D-pad looks big. The analogs are in, the normal spots.
The main difference, besides that, I think, because I don't think the other one had a fucking second analog. No, it did.
It did. It was
but they
symmetrical.
have triggers instead of back buttons now. Like the 2 set of back buttons. Like you have like shoulder buttons and then another pair of shoulder buttons.
Yeah.
You have triggers now.
So
like it may help for like some games depending. But it has like a better feel.
It also has an amiibo thing in it, which is just a thing. But the Pro Controller is $70.
Fucking dollars, Scott.
So $50 is a lot for a fucking controller.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
And that's what the old Pro Controllers were like, I think. And it was just like, if I bought a new controller for a fucking other system, that'd be about how much it costs, right? So it's like, well, this sucks, but
yeah,
goddamn 70, man.
Yeah. So when I think about it, I'm not like, oh, Nintendo Switch $300. It's $370 because I need to buy this fucking controller right here. I need to buy this controller.
You didn't get to the games, the money you're gonna spend on games yet either.
Yeah, and you gotta buy a game. Luckily, Nintendo has made that easy for me by not providing many games to buy.
Yeah.
Let's go real quick over some games. I'm gonna start off with 1-2 Switch. 1-2 Switch, Nick, you saw this shit.
Yeah, I saw it.
It's a launch title. I think it's what they're banking on selling people on the Switch.
Yeah.
There's no TV input. You just put the Switch in between the two people, and one person grabs one Joy-Con, the other person grabs the other, and then you play games together. Like the screen will tell you what to do. It will say, like, if it was a game where you shoot at each other, it will say draw, and you pick your shit up real quick and shoot each other and say who won.
Yeah. It's almost like, besides it just being like a little instruction manual, I guess it's trying to be like, oh, so other people that aren't playing that exact mini game can kind of look at the screen as well.
Yes.
And kind of see what's going on.
I think this is the one with the milking game. You could milk a cow, I believe, in it.
God. That was so funny.
Which they were talking about the fucking really good vibration of the
HD
Rumble. The HD Rumble, as they call it. Which sounds
like ice in the glass.
Ice in the glass. Like, I had no idea what they were talking about. That Merrick.
Oh, that sounds so bad. Yeah, like they aren't fucking around, man.
But
I'm pretty sure the pound and euros are gonna fuck.
Yeah, man. Australia already came out with the price. It was like $470.
Jesus.
But anyway, so 1-2 Switch is launch title, and you're like, okay, well, it's cool. It's a little neat little thing. Whatever. It'll come in packed with the system. That's awesome. Psych. No, the fuck it doesn't. Doesn't come packed in with the system. It is
Nothing comes with it.
Nothing comes with the system.
No games.
No games. It is a $60 game. Some
bullshit fucking minigame stuff.
Do they take us for idiots?
Now, here's what they take you for, Nick. I'm going to explain it to you. When the Switch comes out, you're buying Zelda.
That's pretty much fucking it.
And then, once you beat it, and the remorse sets in, you're going to buy 1-2 Switch.
I'll buy Bomberman before that happens.
And Bomberman, I think, is a digital-only game. But
I'm down.
Well, there's only 32 gigs. So
I'll probably have to pay for online to get it.
You have to buy you a hard drive.
Exactly. I was about to say, they're going to come out with a custom hard drive for you.
Well, they won't. They just let you buy your own hard drive for Nintendo consoles. But
I don't know. They change it. They might get greedy again.
You're right. The 1-2 Switch.
It's not compatible with this type of hard drive you buy. Like, all right, what type is it, motherfucker?
You're going to buy the 1-2 Switch, and you're going to say, it's actually a nice little game. You're going to use those words. It's actually a nice little game. That's when you know.
To tell yourself.
That's when you know you've hit the remorse. Decision. You're trying to justify your purchase, and I don't blame you.
Justify $60 for the game. Think
you're
$60.
You're trying to justify $300 for the console you spent.
You're absolutely right.
So, but that's what it really. And I know we've been there before. I remember when the PS2 launched and there wasn't a fucking game on it at all. I remember.
I had things like SOCOM and shit.
I'm sorry.
To be fair, I fucking love SOCOM.
I think when it came out, SSX was the game.
Yeah.
And maybe if you wanted Eternal Ring. But then that's like when you
I had Eternal Ring,
That's when you start jumping to the other little shitty games. Software. And you were like, well, it's a nice little game, actually. That's when when you have to say that shit to yourself, and you're like, That's when your buyer's remorse is set in. That's what's gonna happen with the Switch. That's your buyer's remorse title right there.
So hopefully the Switch gets fucking better with time.
But the issue is right here is the games they've shown, most of them don't have release dates, which say years in advance. That's the problem. Like, the Switch won't be good for so fucking long. Let's move on to the next game. So I'm getting angry. I'm getting hot. Let's talk about ARMS.
ARMS actually looked pretty neat to me.
That actually looked pretty fun.
It did.
Like after a little bit, I was like, well, that sounds kind of dumb. And then like they showed you how like everything was, and then they showed like gameplay, like an actual round. I was like, oh, that actually looks like it could be fun.
I don't like the way you move with the Joy-Cons. Like,
yeah, that was the only turn off to me.
Yeah, you have to dash with it too. That's the problem too, because I know the dashing and the moving aren't going to register properly all the time.
The dash is a button.
Is it? So, yeah. Oh, I thought it was like a flick.
No, it's like left trigger or right trigger. One's a dash and the other trigger's a jump.
Oh, okay.
So at least that they have that understanding right.
Yeah.
But the fact that like you still have to like it just might get like confusing trying to like fucking move your character and throw punches at the same time.
Right.
You know. Because it looks like you kind of can, but it almost looks like it stops your character after a little bit once you start. So it's like, we'll see.
If you haven't seen it, it's a boxing game more or less, but you have spring-loaded arms, and you
kind of move your arms like
take
mid-strike.
Take the Joy-Cons and pretty much use them the same way you would.
It's One Piece battle game if everyone's Luffy, and you can only use your arms. You can't do anything else cool.
It's like Wii Sports boxing, how you control it. You just throw your arms and you do punches, with the Joy-Cons.
Real quick, I like the One Piece reference. Yeah. You made there. I appreciate it.
I noticed. For you. You don't have much else going on for this conference. There was no fucking Fire Emblem, but we'll get there. So ARMS is $60.
Jesus Christ, man.
ARMS is another full price game.
Like, it looks like it could have some stuff to it.
But it won't.
I can see some DLC coming for that.
You can already see Zach filling in his buyer's remorse card right now for fucking.
He's starting to cash.
Hopefully ARMS is back in time.
I'm hoping it has more than what it showed, because it already showed like off a few characters, but
also I'm pretty sure those characters aren't unique.
Yeah, it looked like you just select your loadout before the match
there's only
begins.
3 loadouts.
Unless each character has their own unique one, then they'll like,
But there were 2 different characters that they played.
Like a few.
Well, the one person played as the guy, and one person played as the girl, and they had the same loadout. So that's not.
Well, it didn't show off the other person.
It did. They were split screen, bro.
Oh.
Because it is split screen when you play like that.
Fair enough. I thought it just showed from the guys.
Nah, they showed both their perspectives. And it looked whatever, that game's coming out. One, that's not even a launch title. If that was a launch title, it would be cool. But spring,
that's another thing too. Yeah,
spring
ARMS. Yeah,
by spring, no, it comes out. It comes out in spring, and I'm hoping by spring we have some more games. But I know we won't because I saw the rest of the show. Splatoon 2. Good.
Looked good.
Good.
Splatoon was already fun. Splatoon 2 has some more stuff,
It's like all you can say is like
if it's probably one of those things
sense.
Where it's like if you like Splatoon,
you'll like Splatoon 2.
Splatoon 2.
You get to try the free online for until the fall. Cool.
That's what's gonna kill me. I bet you the fucking people that want to play Splatoon 2 online it's gonna dwindle fucking hard when they want fucking money for it.
Mm-hmm.
You just fucking know your own like fans, Nintendo. I don't get it.
Like, it looked like the same game, but there was dashing mechanic,
which might be locked just to the submachine guns though. Dual pistols. Maybe. I hope not.
I haven't seen it without the dual pistol, so I can't confirm.
Exactly. Like every single one that did dash had dual pistols, so it's like, hopefully that's not true.
It's hard to tell because like I saw the paint roller had a smash attack as well,
which they kind of did, but not. It didn't look as useful because you could kind of like swish it in the first one.
Oh yeah, but this one
it was like a weird shitty thing to do. That will look good.
This is a jumping attack where you smash into the ground
and it looks like some.
So maybe every character has a little unique thing as well.
Yeah.
And plus
and they showed off some new special weapons too after you build up so much.
Yeah.
Like there was like a rain cloud fucking painting the fucking field. That looked ridiculous.
They did say the story would return as well. There would be a story
I heard
mode.
the story mode was actually like kind of fun too.
Yeah.
Another one. So
Splatoon 2. Meh.
I haven't played the first one, so I got no comment.
It's like a third person shooter.
yeah, and I like
where you
third
paint the
person
ground
shooters,
and whoever paints the most wins.
which you could kill each other too though.
Yeah,
because
but
you want to like get rid of them so you have free reign on the area.
yeah, and it looked alright.
Yeah.
But after Splatoon 2, the show actually started.
Yeah. What's
Su-
this guy?
Super Mario Odyssey. The trailer started off like Sonic Adventure, pretty much.
Yeah, I was about to cry. Why?
They were going through the fucking city, and it looked like Sonic Adventure was about to start. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then Mario jumped out of the pipe, or jumped out of the
Like a little sewer
and I was like, what the fuck?
sewer grading thing.
And then you see Mario running around
Yeah, he's
a
like
big city, like Grand Theft Mario.
I want you to know
Mario Theft Auto.
the scale of him. Because I saw another picture. He is literally the height of a fire hydrant. Like he's not taller than that. That's what fucking bugs me more than anything. So when you see him run by people, he comes up to like their waist, like the top of his hat.
Yeah.
Comes up to their
He's a
waist.
midget.
No, he's a
little
goddamn.
I'm sorry. It's just
I'm a
something
squid.
made.
I'm a squid now.
Stop it, Nick. Stop it.
So the basis for it is that Mario is traveling. Mario is going on adventures in different worlds. So he's going to more or less New York. He's going to a rainforest. He's going to.
The other worlds look really neat.
I don't know why you're tripping so much.
I just hate
like
it,
it's like a
man.
different dimension. Like clearly Mario doesn't exist in our real world. I know you want him to,
But like that's what the thing. He existed in a different world other than the Mushroom Kingdom. That was like very different, you know.
but he looks exactly like Peach, you know.
No, he doesn't. He's like that's why he was so short. And then he get a mushroom, and then he get like big. If
Well,
anything,
if he sees
they
a
should be
mushroom-
gigantic
So you think
compared.
Peach?
He should
is-
be the about right size, and Peach should be a goddamn giant in that world. That's how it should.
No, she should probably be
Really?
a normal person, a normal
Maybe.
female height.
Or
And-
he's just
and that-
really
and-
small
right
without
here.
the mushrooms.
Maybe right now he's small.
But if he eats a mushroom, he'll probably be,
Back to
freakishly
normal
big,
size.
maybe.
normal size, maybe.
Weird Mario.
It's
Remember
just-
that from Mario Maker?
Yeah.
The weird. That's the one that's real.
Oh, you're not wrong.
So, I think this game
some cool
looked
things
fucking amazing.
About it though, yeah, like the swimming and how he dove in the water looked really.
He could throw
clean,
his
good.
hat and then jump off of it.
Yeah.
I
That
think
was
there's
pretty
something weird about that mechanic. I think that's the mechanic that they were talking about being weird. Like, I think there's some control gimmick with that. I can't confirm that. I
You
can't
think it's
deny
gonna
it.
be a fucking
I think there's something going on. I think that might be a touchscreen thing, or
how?
that would be impossible. You're
What
right.
if
I
you
don't
play
know.
on the fucking the Joy-Con with the controller?
I don't
adapter?
know, man. I don't know.
What if you play with the Pro controller? Like,
You're
it's
right.
one of those
I
things, like,
understand, but
you can't get too funky with your fucking.
Every time,
Games
when they get
anymore.
and they make a new system, they always want to, whatever the new thing they incorporated, they always want to, at least the first few games, they always try to incorporate it as much
That's
as
that's
possible.
the thing. This ain't gonna be one of the first few games.
yeah,
This is
that's
coming out.
interesting. You would
It's coming
say
out the holidays.
it's not the first few thing because
Ooh.
this doesn't come out until holiday 2017.
Okay.
Mario's just a druggie. Yeah, man, all them shrooms.
That's a long.
What if
time.
he's just on a trip right now?
Maybe that's what the fuck he is.
All
on
through these
for
other
that.
worlds. What if he just ate one too many mushrooms or ate a bad mushroom and just tripping? Think about
Yeah.
that for a minute.
We gotta have to do a delay.
Mario
so
on.
it steadily doesn't have to keep loading for people and stuff like that. Just fuck up the stream.
Yeah.
But at least there's a little story like all the Marios. With like Bowser fucking kidnapped Peach for the umpteenth time.
He's trying to marry her.
Trying
this
to marry
time.
her. Yeah, he's got like a little white tux on and shit and a hat, and she's in a wedding dress. It's pretty.
What if she
good.
said no one too many times and that's why he became a druggie?
Oh, Mario?
Yeah.
Probably.
She's like, no, Mario, you need to grow up first. Woman, I am grown. Watch me eat this mushroom. That's the problem, Mario, right there. You always want to eat these mushrooms.
So I think Super Mario Odyssey
Oh,
was the first thing in the.
talk about the end of it too. Don't forget about
Oh my God, you're right. Let's talk about the end. Whenever it closed down. It was like Super Mario Odyssey. The logo was on screen. Looked nice. Looked normal. Then eyes popped up on Mario's fucking hat. So Mario now has a little gimmick helper thing.
Hat.
I mean, it's no different than Super Mario Sunshine with the talking flood or whatever. But
yeah, the flood was awesome.
But so maybe the hat would be awesome. I don't know. But maybe you can do different things with the hat because they showed him throwing it and jumping off of it. But
you put your hat on your butt. You can put it on your stomach. You can put it on your hand, and you put it on your head.
It was a flotation device when he jumps in. There you go.
Oh,
it's like a floaty.
It's just on his head, but he's floating under the water. The hat's floating. He's just hanging.
He's still under the water, drowning.
Hat, let me up. You're fine.
It's just like making weird, like laughy, like eyes or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's like, oh fuck, this thing's evil.
So Super Mario Odyssey was the first thing I saw on the show that I was like, I could see myself buying that. Yeah. I don't even like 3D Mario personally. I really don't. I don't like the way he controls, and that's just probably because I didn't grow up with him. I don't like him, but this game looked cool.
Yeah,
and it was the first game that looked like a game. You know, I mean, Splatoon's a game, but like it's a multiplayer mostly. This is the first thing I was like, oh, I could play this, you know, and it was like holiday 2017, and they didn't even have it like on display at the show, which leads me to believe you're not done with it. You're not close to done with it.
Yeah.
You're hoping to be done with it.
You're hoping to be done with it. I could see a delay, and I'm worried about that.
Or do you see or do you expect a delay?
Expect a delay.
Yeah, that's... Fuck.
But it was alright, because after that, they showed the Monolith Soft logo, and then they showed off Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Now, when you put a new console out, having a big RPG up front helps a lot. When the PS2 came out, you were like, well, Dark Cloud's there, or Dark Cloud's coming. That's cool. Final Fantasy X's coming. That's cool.
Yeah.
Whenever 360 came out, I mean, I know it's not a Japanese RPG, but Oblivion was the game, a big RPG that came out, you know, and that was when the people started caring about it. Whenever PS3 came out, I could say, like, no one gave a fuck about the PS3. And then whenever Valkyria Chronicles came out in 2007 or so, along with Uncharted, people were like, oh, okay, you know, finally we got a lengthy game, something of substance.
Yeah.
So this is what Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is to me. Something that people can look forward to and have value on. There was no date.
Get a good 40, 60 hours in.
Yeah.
You know, like
well, if it's Xenoblade, we're talking 100, 150 hours. Without even fucking, like, that's no bullshit either. That's not like when they're like...
That's 100% pretty much.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, that's not like when... No, it's not even. That's the crazy thing. That's not like...
I was doing all the side quests and shit.
That's the crazy part. It's not like Skyrim where they're like 100 hours, you know? It's like, shut the fuck up, Skyrim. This, like, Xenoblade Chronicles, just playing through, like, the main game and doing a few side quests, it's like 100 hours plus.
Jesus, that's a tall task right there. That's
it's like...
You get your mind right, put your big boy pants on, and like, all right, sit down.
I'm a big Xenoblade man.
The controller, you're like, all right, let's do this.
Because, you know, like, when you play Dragon Quest 8, it's like 80 hours just the main story, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of pushed
Dragon
on that
Quests
notion.
are usually pretty long.
But except having a huge open world. So, this is a big game. This is a big deal. No release date.
Yeah. That's sad.
When you don't have a release date, I'll see you in a few years, Switch, you know? Like, this is a problem. Like, and also I didn't play Xenoblade Chronicles 1 or X, you know, really. So, I'm not necessarily, like, getting it day one, so I'm not excited about it, but just, you need dates, you know?
Yeah.
You announced, like, 5 games with dates this year.
Metal Gear Solid launch of PS3. Yeah, you need like hard hitters, man. They just don't have them. They don't have things that like take up a lot of your fucking time, like this. Like Zelda might be the only one for a while.
Yeah.
And who knows how long that could possibly take? Because most Zeldas aren't really that long.
Yeah.
You know, if you break it down to like.
I mean, granted, this one is open world, but it all depends on what that entails and what kind of fast travel systems are in place and. Whatever. After that, they showed off Fire Emblem Warriors. And by showed off, I mean...
Picked up a blade.
there was like
it shows what looks like Kron to be picking up a sword, basically.
Fuck.
That's about it.
They really don't need to show it.
You know,
because I mean, you know what it is. You know what Dynasty Warriors is.
It said Fire Emblem and then
and
Warriors,
you just put Fire Emblem
like,
characters on it,
which is still gonna be weird to me because like the whole, like I like Dragon Quest Warriors or Heroes, and you're fighting a whole bunch of monsters. That makes sense to me.
When they did Attack on
like,
Titan too.
But then when I think about like Fire Emblem, I think about strategy, the weapon charts, what works on what. Are they gonna implement anything like that? Are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Are they gonna just do characters? Are they gonna have like all the specialized units that you can fight against? Like, what are they gonna? I just don't. It's hard for me to envision it as a warrior game more than almost any other warrior game.
Away.
You know what I mean?
You know,
I am
like the Gundam ones. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense to me.
I mean, they're just gonna put a Dynasty Warriors game with Fire Emblem characters. That's
Yeah,
all you have to imagine.
You know how
which
I will.
Doesn't sound exciting to me.
I'm having a hard time putting the words like the disappointment, the anger I would have if I was to have this game in my hand and I put it in.
Yeah.
And like I'm just hacking, slashing away.
And it's not like
the
characters had like super special abilities.
And some self-contained.
Anyway. Maybe one.
And everybody, people, if you didn't know this about me. I'm a huge Fire Emblem supporter / fan.
/ do weird things with his games. He picks his
wife. I have hours on tops of hours of gameplay
on the same game.
Same game, unlocking combos, secret characters. Like I put in work when I play these games. So if you announce something Fire Emblem-ish to me, you better come correct. Like I ain't playing with you people.
Now, that all said, next week there's a Fire Emblem Direct. Mm-hmm. Does that just mean they're going to talk about Fire Emblem Warriors? Or does that mean they're going to announce some other Fire Emblem thing?
On a little bit of this, but hopefully, yeah. Hopefully
you know what I think? I think they're just going to talk about Fire Emblem Warriors the entire time.
They better hit people hard with the characters. They were like, motherfucking Lindis is going to be it. Motherfucking Ike.
They're gonna hit the big characters in each game.
Yeah.
Roy,
Marth, you know it.
Yeah,
all of them.
Everyone from Awakening that mattered because that's the biggest one. All the people from Fates. You know what they need to do? They need to show some character you don't know during the game and act like it's normal.
I wouldn't be surprised if they like made a whole new protagonist for it too,
and then have heroes from
each game, basically.
Each timeline.
Yeah. That's what it's probably gonna fucking
help
happen.
you out during some type of fight battle.
Because that's how Dragon Quest Heroes
I can see that. I can see that happen.
Actually, you have like 4 unique characters, but then you have like a whole bunch of other characters from all the games. So it's like,
I would love if they were like showing off the game, showed off a random character, and you didn't know who they were, but they look badass, and you kept watching. You're like, who the fuck is this? Maybe I just don't know them. And then they show off a trailer for the new Fire Emblem where that character is the main character, and you're like, oh fuck.
that'd be pretty good actually. It's like, this is you. You play as this character's game. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. They're kind of neat. And it's like the protagonist of the next one. It's like, whoa.
But Fire Emblem Warriors, meh. Not interested. Not gonna buy.
They did do a good job of knowing, or like letting people know what the fuck it was by playing the main fucking Fire Emblem theme all the goddamn time. Yeah.
I didn't know what it was until like I saw the first sword actually.
Oh, when I heard the music, I was like, oh, that's Fire Emblem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same here.
After that, they said they were gonna throw it over to third parties, which was a fucking disaster the whole time.
Yeah.
You could tell they clearly didn't like. They clearly haven't been supporting the third parties as they should have been. They just hope for the fucking best. The first thing they show is Shin Megami Tensei 5. Which is huge. Because that means Atlas is bringing the...
They didn't say 5, though.
Excuse me.
That's the big
You're
thing.
Absolutely right. They did not say 5.
We're speculating that it's possibly 5. But
and in fact, I take back that. I'm not speculating it's 5. I'm speculating...
It could be just a remake.
I think it's a remake of 1.
Yeah.
The character at the end of the show is Odin. He's in a lot of games. So
he's like one of the big dogs.
He's just a character. This game clearly isn't like even close to done.
Yeah.
They're still working on it. It will be 3D. It's using Unreal 4.
Mm-hmm. And the little icon showed up. It kind of makes you think maybe it's one of the fucking new ones, but at the same time, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 25th anniversary. Usually anniversaries don't mean new game anyway.
Yeah.
It usually means fucking remake.
I mean, if it is 5, that's cool.
Yeah.
If it's a remake of 1, it will be a totally different game, more or less, anyway.
When did the first one come out? Maybe it's the 25th anniversary.
Bro, the first one's like old as shit.
Yeah, like NES stuff.
It was 25th anniversary for that. That's why it said 25th anniversary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's probably...
Could be a remake of that game, which would be cool because it's so different. It would be like pretty much a new game for us. And we never got the translation here, so...
Yeah.
It'd be totally...
I think the first one we could play for, like, us...
No, you're thinking Persona 1.
Yeah,
Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Shin Megami Tensei 1 never came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, it's cool that it's coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, again, no release date, not even close to being done.
And it's
not even a real
teaser
trailer.
Thing. Yeah, it's just like...
It's not a real trailer.
The only thing you get from it is Unreal, Shin Megami Tensei, Switch.
It's not even like...
So you're just like, oh... Yeah,
it's not even like a kind of real trailer either. Like, nothing you saw there will be in the game.
You just saw
demons. Well, the demons will.
The demons will be, but I mean, that scene
that's it.
was clearly developed just for this presentation. Yeah. It's not even like a CG trailer where they show a bunch of cutscenes like other games.
Yeah.
It was like, this is nothing. This is just like, hey,
this is what we got
coming.
This
exists, maybe.
Maybe in the future.
We'll see, guys. But after that, they instantly popped over to Square Enix. And Square Enix showed off this fucking incredible looking game.
Yeah.
Called Project Octopath Traveler.
I thought it reminded me of Guilty Crown.
It might have reminded you of...
Well, because it has like a weird like art style. Because it has like...
It might have reminded you a little bit of Bravely Default.
Yes.
Because it's made by the same people. It's made by the same team.
Bravely Default at all.
Oh, well, I was just trying to connect the dots because it is made by the Bravely Default team.
Not Saga Frontier, but it's like some old RPG that they did on the side of Final Fantasy. I don't remember what the fuck it was called.
With 2D characters and 3D backgrounds.
Ish, yeah.
That was like a really pretty popular thing in the PS1 era, actually. But I thought it looked really cool. Apparently, it's like a choose your own choice thing. That's what the Octopath means. Like,
yeah. Well, I think there's straight up like 8 different characters too.
Oh,
you
yeah.
get to fucking play as, I think.
Well, apparently your choices matter. That's the whole premise of the game. Turn-based RPG, looked cool.
Looked like you have like 5 or 6 people in your party at once. It looked good. Fun.
Like, I have to see more of it, and
that also doesn't have a release date, does it?
I think it did, but I'm not sure. If it did, it's not like close to launch.
Yeah.
They also said Dragon Quest 10 and 11 were coming over. Excuse me, not coming over. Being released on the Switch. We probably will not get Dragon Quest 10. We'll never get Dragon Quest 10.
But Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 is also coming.
Oh, Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 in one package, which is nice.
Yeah.
But Dragon Quest 11 we knew was coming over, so that wasn't new news. They didn't really show anything off about it, but they showed Octopath, which I thought was, again, another game that I might consider buying for the system, but it also depends like if what other systems is this on, if anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's the Bravely Default team, it makes me think that they just move like, okay, now the 3DS is done, let's move on to
if it's exclusive, that would be the best chance for the Switch.
The Octopath Traveler.
Well, I'm not saying it's that specific game, but like if that's on any other, a lot of the games, if it's on anything else, I'm not going to get it for the Switch.
Yeah, right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So everything they've announced better be fucking exclusive.
I mean,
obviously a few of them aren't.
Everything up to here has been exclusive. Okay. Shin Megami Tensei 5 will be exclusive.
What's going on, Chazzy dog?
What's up, Chazzy?
What up, Chaz?
After the Square Enix trailer ended, they moved to this weird shit with Sega. This testimonial shit. And I really want to talk about this because Sega came on stage, and they were like, "Yeah, we're thinking about the Switch."
But then they...
That's it.
It sounded really sketchy, like really fucking sketchy. Like, yeah, we look forward to developing stuff for the Switch. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man, we'll see.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. They gave him a big "we'll see."
Like my thought process is like, if you're Nintendo, why did you let this happen? Why did you put this man on stage?
Yeah.
Like, is it because people in Japan just like super trust Sega, like, and they see like their testimony as like, because we already know they're working on Switch games. They're working on the new Sonic game that's exclusive for the Switch. Mm-hmm. But you can't just come out and not show footage. Like, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And it's scary.
Maybe you forgot it like on the way here. He overslept. He was taking a nap. He overslept. He forgot the footage. He's like, "Dog, I'm sorry, man. My bad. I got you next time though. Don't worry about it." Hey, man, stuff happens.
It worries me. It makes me feel like we're not the only ones waiting on the Switch. The developers are waiting on the Switch.
Yeah.
And if all the developers wait on the Switch, they'll be waiting forever.
Chazzy, you might be one of the few that's stoked for the Switch, man.
They're not. It's already sold out, unfortunately.
Because I'm not stoked for it.
I'm not stoked for it.
Not yet.
But we'll get to that.
Nintendo has to stoke that fire even better.
Okay, after they wasted time.
Put the timber down first.
After they wasted time with Sega.
Bethesda came in.
Todd Howard came on of Bethesda.
Yeah.
And even though a month ago they said, no, Skyrim is not coming out for the Switch.
Guess they were just holding off.
They were just a bunch of liars.
They wanted.
Maybe they offered a couple more dollars, and he's like, you know what?
Maybe that's true.
Hey man, yeah, you have.
Maybe they were like, look, guys, we need some games. Can you please put Skyrim out? And they're like, well, we don't think people will buy Skyrim. Please, anything.
Anything. We could put Oblivion on it. No. Wait. Go back. Let's do Skyrim, please.
You know what's crazy about that is like, because they just came out with a super duper HD version, right? Mm-hmm. This is clearly not that.
This is like a.
This is clearly the regular version of Skyrim. You know,
PS3.
It looks like a regular Skyrim.
Yeah.
Zach, are you buying Skyrim?
No.
You've never played it. Are you finally gonna get it, bro?
I have it for Steam. I just haven't played it.
Dude, you could switch with it.
You've never played Skyrim?
Oh my god. Yeah, I've never played Skyrim.
Oh, alright.
I hate Oblivion that much that it deterred me.
Am I like the only one who had no problem with Oblivion?
Yes.
Oh shit! Me and my brother had no problem.
Man. You gotta go back. You'll see the problems when you go back.
Yeah, you know it has been a very long time since at least I've played it. I don't think he's played it.
And like you have to choose like the worst of like major skills in the game, so that way you don't level up really. Because every time you level up, you just make the game so much harder for yourself, man. Like everything scales.
I'll say this: everything. I love Skyrim. I think Skyrim's a great game, and this comes from someone who loves Morrowind. You know, I'm not just some new guy who jumped on Skyrim and is like, I love Skyrim. You know, like I consider myself someone of credibility when talking about their games, and I think Skyrim's great. So there's a few missteps in the quest lines, but other than that, I think it's really good. I will never buy it for the fucking Switch.
Yeah.
Never.
I feel like it would almost just
I would never disrespect it like that.
Like, it would be disrespecting yourself. Like, that's not the way you should experience something that, like, everybody fucking talks about.
Yeah, like, originally I bought it for the 360 because I like consoles, right? But if I were to buy it again, I would buy the PC version, you know?
Yeah.
And if I just definitely wouldn't get on the Switch.
You're going to see that in some good 720.
Hey, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. I have backup. Thank you.
I liked Oblivion a lot. It's okay, Aries. You can be wrong. It's
fine. Aries, no, you good. You good. We gotta stick together, okay? We gotta stick together against these people, man.
I think I've
purist over here.
Okay. I think I've talked about it before, but I want to tell my Oblivion story.
It just has a lot of things wrong.
My sister had Oblivion, and I played it a bunch of times. I tried to start, and I just couldn't I hated it so much. Hated everything about it.
I like the idea of Oblivion gates. That's pretty much it.
And then eventually time passed, and I just had this disgusting. But time passed, and I was like, you know what?
You gotta let
me grow up. Let me fucking try this. It's been a long time. Let me go buy it. And it was $20 for the Game of the Year edition. What's up? What do you say?
Small Bethesda game. I mean, it's not the glitches that make Oblivion bad. It's the actual design,
level scaling
of it, and the level scaling. Like,
yeah,
you can make like a warrior or something like that, which I did, and it's boring because like all you do is slash 3 times to block. That's how you always do the combat for Oblivion if you do melee.
And it's not just the monsters that level with you; it's the items that they drop level with you.
Yeah.
Because and maybe it's been a long time, so I don't remember exactly how it went. But when I bought it, I was like, okay, I'm into it. I'm having a good time. I'm not leveling up. I'm doing the smart thing.
You probably had like a lot of like crafting like things basically, or like alchemy and shit like that.
Bullshit. So I didn't level up. Yeah. Alchemy, so that way you can always command when you level up. Exactly. When it's time to level up, it's time to make a bunch of shit potions.
It's not bad to level up. It's just bad to level up too fucking fast because you'll fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird, man.
I was doing the Thieves Guild quest, having a good time.
Scale right.
Or Mages Guild quest, maybe? And I went to a place and got bit by a vampire. And I caught vampirism.
Were you asleep when it happened?
No, I wasn't. I was running around and there was a vampire.
Don't you have to see some like old witch lady to cure it too, or some bullshit?
Yeah,
like, there's a quest.
You had to go to someone at the Mages Guild.
And bring a couple of special items.
And you had to bring a bunch of items. And I could get them if I leveled up. But unfortunately, the level was like just a little bit too high. And like I was just fucking toasting in the sun at that point. Tried to bite someone, got fucking caught. And I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. And I was like in a point where I was hiding in a shack. And if I walked outside, I was dead. And I finally was like, I quit. And I put the game back in its case. And I fucking gave it to Game Exchange. I don't sell games. Keep that in mind. I do not sell games.
He does not, people.
I hate
everything.
I felt so fucking disrespected by it. I fucking sold it back.
I also
don't think it was that far. I don't think you had to take it that far.
Every time I wanted to
mad.
Break into houses and shit like that and steal shit. And I do that in Fallouts all the time. I fucking love stealing. But you could not be fucking seen going into a building. Like I'll go in there and be like, no one fucking saw me, nothing triggered or anything, and I'm in there fucking looting that place up. All of a sudden the guard just fucking rushes his ass in there. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, bro, how did you even know I was here?
Yeah, that's the problem with the all-seeing eye. Because like you could commit a crime and then like book it. And then, like, days later, you're walking through a field, and a guard is running after you. You're like, whoa. You're like, what the fuck? I don't even remember what I did. I went through a couple of Oblivion gates since then. What are you doing?
I finally caught up to you, son of a bitch.
You're, like, fighting the boss, and he's just, like, running after you. What the fuck are you doing? It's like, what? No.
Go to jail? And you're like, well, give me back.
So real.
Oh, my God.
Not everything was wrong with the game, but it's just the one things that like I saw wrong with it ruined my experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I was innocent back then.
It was like the game was punishing me by playing the way I wanted to play.
John, this was before I met you, and you enlightened me a bit. I was innocent in the way of the games,
and that's why Skyrim has the leveling system it does, which is not one I'm not gonna say I love compared to the old way, but. Because it still has some scaling going on. It's a little bit different. But
well, things scale more appropriately, and they also have like a cap, I believe.
But
so
the way
something may cap at level 20 or 30, you know. I think the hardest things in the game cap at like 60 or something.
And the way your stats work is like if you use them, they go up, and that's it.
Which is cool.
You know, and that's so however you're playing.
Everything is basically your major skills at that point, right?
Yeah. So however you're playing. It'll just naturally dedicate itself to that. Yeah. Which is good and bad because now you can't lock yourself into some shit.
Then you can be an all-knowing, all-powerful fucking being of destruction.
So then you could like panic and
which
like
is cool and like
use your sword and now your sword's going up. You know, so it's got some issues with it, but it works okay.
I just remember watching Maloney play.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Such a fucking god at that.
You know what?
He showed you that wolf thing, right?
Yes.
Whatever. He's like, look, see that tree over there? All right, wait for it. And like launches an arrow or something, and like it appears and it gets like killed.
He just killed a wolf.
I stole a bowl once in Oblivion, and I ran across the map with a guard chasing me just to see how far he chased me.
Yeah, like it's ridiculous, man.
That was his wife's apple you stole.
It's fucking ridiculous. They're fucking dedicated to the job. That's about it.
Yeah,
they have no life.
All right, enough about this goddamn.
You know what? Hold on. You know what? I want to say one more thing.
Y'all should have just said it was okay and left it at that. See, now I got backup, and we're coming after you people now.
You know what? I want to say one more thing about Skyrim because I always remember this moment when we were in Afghanistan. Alex had Skyrim. He was playing it for the first time. He was on my top bunk, and we had someone else in the room with us. His name's Sean, and he was cool, and we were all cool with each other. And Alex left the room and paused the game, and
I can already see where this is going.
This is going somewhere fun. Now I hate when people touch people's shit that doesn't belong to them. If it was like one of us, maybe, but like we weren't cool with that guy like that. Even though he was cool, he is a cool guy. He unpauses his computer, and I was like, dude, don't fuck with it, man. Do not fuck with his shit. You know he cares about his games a lot. And then he was like, dude, I'm just going to look around. I'm not going to fuck with it. You know, he knows the game. And all of a sudden, I hear, he launched a fire spell onto one of the fucking people. And then he just paused it again. He was like, oh, fuck.
What a slap.
And then he just like went back and laid down. Like 30 minutes later, Alex came back. I forgot all about this. And he went to his game. He was like, guys, did you guys mess with my game or anything? This dude said no. And I was like, I said, Alex, don't let him fucking lie to you, man. He fucking passed a spell.
He hit the wrong button.
Oh. Apparently it didn't matter too much, but that shit, I would always remember. I was like, oh, how fucking could you?
That's dirty.
Oh, dog, I didn't light that person on fire.
Nah, man, hit that fireball at nobody.
Anyway, moving on.
What's my minute?
Suda51 came out after this.
Yes, he did.
Did a bunch of really cool stuff I thought was cool and hilarious.
Yeah.
But the crowd did not like it.
They were very serious, suit-wearing, fucking old people.
Yeah.
You know.
He came out and more or less announced No More Heroes 3.
Yes. He showed this picture.
That's all he showed.
And you see that's the main fucking character from No More Heroes.
That's
so
Travis Touchdown. He said he doesn't know the name officially yet, but it's No More Heroes 3.
Yeah.
When's it coming out? Who knows? The important thing to note is Suda is writing and directing it, which is not something he's done in like 10 years.
But he didn't he do that for both of those games?
I think so, or at least the original one. But you know, he's been
both
just
those games were really good.
Well, he's been overseeing every game in his company, but like he's not had his hand directly on something since then. So I think he's really excited to get back to doing No More Heroes again.
I'm excited.
It's a good game. And it was like a kind of like niche staple of the Wii.
Yeah.
You know, when you talk about good Wii games, you're talking about No More Heroes.
I always saw it, and I was like, that looks just weird.
Yeah.
Like, dumb. Like I don't think I want it.
Oh really?
But I was younger then.
Oh yeah.
So
I always looked at it and was like, that looks fucking cool.
And I thought his sword looked weird, like because it wasn't like a sword.
It's a lightsaber.
Yeah, but it had like caps on it.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those light fixtures.
Like a light tube.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, it's a light tube thing with a fucking handle on it.
That you jack off to power up.
Yeah, But, and after a while, like I saw some gameplay like way later, and I was like, oh, that actually looked pretty neat. I probably would have fucking loved that.
Yeah.
I
think it's good. No More Heroes 3 or whatever it is coming. Probably be 0. Something stupid.
It'd be cool if he even did like a HD of 1 and 2 or something.
Yes.
So.
I mean, I don't see that making sense because the idea is Travis Touchdown like got put in a weird situation, had to like fight for some girl. So
the first one, I don't think there could be a real.
Yeah, I don't think there could be anything unless he just decided not to mention how he's a bad motherfucker ever. It would, or maybe it can't be a different character because
pretty
much
how he
Touchdown.
became like a bad motherfucker was like through the first one. So
looks cool, but after that, they went over to EA. The craziest thing about EA being there is when the Wii U came out, EA wanted Origin systems on the Wii U. They wanted that to be its entire storefront. That's why they put Mass Effect 3 on there as like a goodwill sign. That deal did not go through, obviously. Nintendo didn't want Origin pretty much running their store and pretty much running how Nintendo sells goods. And EA said, we will never work with Nintendo again. Like, they're not going to fucking make games. They're not going to support it. Fuck them. Here they are.
Yeah.
But it's FIFA.
Crawling back.
Crawling back. They don't need to, probably, but they're dipping their hands in again to see what kind of money they can get.
Yeah.
FIFA is the best-selling sports game ever. Like, flat out.
I'm just saying, like, other places, it's not really, soccer is like the 5th most popular sport in America.
Yeah.
Now, I'm pretty sure
but
that
everywhere else,
I was about to say,
like
game will sell like
popular.
crazy in Japan and in Europe.
In Europe, yeah.
Like
Asia,
China,
we're
soccer.
in Korea. Fucking,
yeah.
See them fucking around with soccer balls all the
Soccer,
goddamn time.
And
they're good.
Gattuso's got like Thursdays to go play soccer with the others. I was like, man, how come we couldn't get some sports days like that?
But the FIFA is a big deal. Like, it's a big game to come over. So if you have a Switch and you're a kid and you only have a Switch,
I don't get how soccer though.
with what?
Oh wait, that's right. Never mind.
It's not. It's
they're just
not
gonna use the controller.
Yeah, I was thinking, how the hell are you gonna use the soccer?
They're gonna make special shoes, and you slide in a joy on each one. Yeah, and
EA sucks. Yeah, they do. But
EA
is the devil.
The thing with EA and
who has hands?
The past has told us, like when the Dreamcast came out and whenever it was already doing poorly, right?
Yeah,
like it's selling well, but the writing's on the wall that it's going down. And the question came up was like, EA, are you gonna? Because 2K Sports, were coming out. They're like, EA, you gonna put your sports games on the Dreamcast? And they said like, no, we're waiting for the PS2. And it was just like, boom,
It was 2K.
Yeah,
because I think that's what the company's name was too.
Yeah,
2K games or whatever.
It was just a fucking death blow.
I had a lot of 2K games on there.
It was just a death blow to them. They were like, because if EA's not on board, that means no one's coming on. You can't gather enough support if the biggest company selling sports games isn't coming.
Yeah. Either.
So even though I don't fucking care for them, it can only help the Switch at this point, basically.
Zach, what'd I tell you?
What?
About doing that before this pod? Why you always want to overtalk me? Zach.
Nick, I'm gonna need you.
Zach, I need you to calm down.
Step back for a second.
Zach, I was about to say something for you. Really interrupted.
Go ahead.
Nick's a sports person.
Thank you.
I said not everybody. I didn't say you. Obviously,
no. Go ahead. I'm gonna be the bigger man. Go ahead. Go ahead. Talk.
Obviously, you like sports. Come on. Pull a Kojima and get the fuck out. Yeah, BioWare needs to run away from EA. You're right.
They're not going. They can't.
They can't, right? They own the license to it.
I think
they got them by the balls.
EA owns them.
Yeah,
the only thing that's gonna get out of there is everyone when they're fucking fired.
Or they just go start.
God, you're not fucking wrong either.
All it's gonna take is one Mass Effect game not selling up to par, and that's not like selling kind of good. You could sell 3 million or 4 million Andromedas and undersell. So
yeah, Sony picked them up. Yeah, Sony needs to pick them up. That'd be great.
BioWare?
Yeah, that'd be.
That'd be fantastic. That's fucking no way.
Oh no, of course not. But that'd be fantastic.
They can come to the Switch. Nick, did you have something to say about stupid sports games?
Dude, I don't remember anymore.
Big goddamn deal.
Dude, I know, because I was about to say it, but then when you interrupted me, in my head was, all right, I'm about to say something to him real quick, and then I'll say something. But then,
I interrupt you while you're thinking in your head.
During the middle of the rant, I'm like, yo, I completely forgot what I was going to say.
Done fucked up.
Whatever. So it's a big deal. Sort of.
Now the best looking game of the Switch.
The one they didn't show.
Yeah.
But you know what it looks like. FIFA.
Looks like this.
Oh, surprise.
Yeah.
The last thing they showed, after they dicked around again for a while, is they showed a sizzle reel and all that. They showed the Legend of Zelda trailer.
Which looked even better than I thought.
Legend of Zelda is a launch game. It will be there day one next to 1-2 Switch. Mm-hmm. The trailer looked incredible.
It showed off the Master Sword. That was new, right?
Yes.
I don't think we saw that.
It showed it decrepit.
It showed,
fucked up. Okay.
And Zelda. Huge log.
You ready?
Oh, Zelda.
You ready? Okay, so I don't know, and maybe someone in the chat will know better than I will. I'm going to make a theory right now.
You think the Master Sword's broken or something?
I think this takes place after Ocarina of Time.
Think so? Could be.
I think the character who wakes Link up is Navi. The Deku tree's there.
Yeah. And you see you saw the people of the forest, right?
Yes.
The fucking little guys with the
Yes.
leaf masks and shit.
I think this 100% takes place after Ocarina.
But at the same time, like, it has some weird. It has like the fucking. It has the wing people from fucking Wind Waker, like that race.
Because
it has like Zoras and Gorons.
You remember the timeline splits into 3, right?
Yeah.
After Ocarina, right?
It goes on to Mojo's, which is 1. That's the
which is 1.
continuation of
The
that.
other one is Kid Link, and the other one is if hypothetically Ganon had beat Link and took over Hyrule. Yeah. And that leads into Legend of Zelda 1, 2, and Link to the Past, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe Wind Waker? No, I don't think so. I think it just Link to and maybe Link Between Worlds.
Link Between Worlds, yeah, it's in the same path.
But I think it might take place like way after all of those. Yeah. But I'm not sure because, like, to me, like, you beat Ganon a bunch of times.
Shenanigans.
So, like, I'm not sure. Maybe it just takes place, like, right after Ocarina of Time and Legend of Zelda 1, 2, or even further past that, you know? Because there's nothing to indicate that they were soon or anything after Ganon took over. Yeah, they hate any idea of a coherent... Yeah. So I
like to treat them all as like multiple. Different unless they're really like directly canonical. That's the only time I really consider.
I mean,
otherwise it's just like
I do love connecting them. It is fun, but
it's like in ways that like it still doesn't.
Remember
make
they
sense
did the Kingdom Hearts timeline, like how everybody was connected.
Yes, I do remember
that. Makes more sense.
But that does make sense.
Fucking Zelda.
They did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Or did they, or they just try to fill holes and just make more holes? And they
kept trying to fill holes. You're right.
They did leave holes, but they still connected them, like their hearts.
Somewhat.
I think the way Kingdom Hearts does is they have they give the secret ending project to someone else. And then they get it right before the game launches, and they're like,
this is fucked.
Oh, how the fuck are we going to turn that into a game?
Man, who the hell is this?
Why'd you give them 2 Keyblades? How
Why
the fuck
is there 3 of them?
Who the fuck is
supposed to be 1 Keyblade? God damn it.
Who's the fucking old guy throwing... God damn it.
When the hell was a war happening?
Just need a timeline after. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. And I
because it did show that goddamn tree, but it didn't show the tree. Every time you could see like a little bit of the tree, it was like no.
I really think that is Navi waking you up at the end.
Yeah, I really think so too.
Zelda can talk. Everyone can talk except for Link. That was not shown talking, so I'm assuming he's not.
Yeah, I'd be down if he talked.
So would I, but I don't think he is. But Zelda was talking, and the words Zelda spoke were the ones that hit the hardest.
There were some pretty fucking drastic things.
She said, "Everything I've done, everything I've done, was worth nothing."
Yeah.
And then she was just crying on Link, and it was
oh my god, I nearly cried
want to
a
help
little bit.
you.
I was like, no.
That was when the trailer kicked into overdrive, and you're like, gotta buy this.
And then you're like,
now.
oh, there's the fucking little people of the forest. There's the Deku tree. There's the fucking. Is that a Goron? There's some people with wings. There's those things look like Zoras.
It's a Deku tree said something like, "Let me tell you what happened 100 years ago."
Yeah, which makes me think it's after Ocarina.
It's
after, yeah.
Another thing though. Well, no, because how's the Deku tree alive if it's after Ocarina of Time though? That's the thing too. No, the new one grows up. The sapling, right? Yeah, I bet you that's the new one.
Here's the thing as well. If Ganon took over, he destroyed it anyway. But
regardless, in the child one, he destroyed the Deku tree. Period. Mm-hmm. Like it got petrified or whatever and died.
Oh, I get that. I'm saying like even the new one probably got destroyed as well.
I think that's just straight up the new one.
You think so?
Yeah,
it's possible.
What if he was able to hide or disguise himself?
I mean, as a treat.
Like
because
it did. The first one had a mustache, so it probably tricked him. And didn't have one.
In the original Legend of Zelda,
I'm trying to help out the how is this thing still alive?
Someone put a top hat on the tree real quick. Hurry, hide it. There's a Deku tree in the original Legend of Zelda as well. Yeah, and he's dead, so it wouldn't be outlandish to say he got revived somehow later on, or this takes place before that and somehow he dies later on. But it makes me think it's all in the same timeline really hard.
Let's see. It looks good. It looks fucking great. And then like in the little ending, you see this girl with like red hair or some shit. You see like this fucking tiger with some saber-tooth shit going on.
You see a bunch of other characters.
Fucking awesome.
It looks
I
great.
don't know who they are. They look cool.
The game will run at 900p. That's confirmed. 100% in docked mode.
900p?
You know, that weird resolution that Titanfall started. Fucking everyone jumped on that when they couldn't run games properly at 1080.
That's still not bad, though, because that's like a very close... So it'll still look fine. Probably stretched out,
You know, and when it's undocked, everything's 720 on this monitor, on the actual handheld part of it. And also on the Wii U,
I think it's the same link. That makes a lot of sense, to be honest.
What'd you say?
Since when the Deku was talking to like the characters and it was actually like familiar to them, it made like the impression of they knew who the fuck it was, right? So she thinks that's why it's like the same.
Perhaps we'll have to find out soon.
Yeah.
The Wii U version, which that's the craziest thing. This is the biggest title. It's also coming out for the Wii U, so there's absolutely no reason to buy the Switch if you have the Wii U.
It's like when PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, when those things first came out.
Yeah, there's some swapping. Yeah. But this is their biggest title, which is the scary part. It'd be like if Grand Theft Auto 3 was coming out on PS1.
It's almost like they're not confident
came out
in the Switch itself for it to sell.
Yeah, it's like that thing of like, if you have a PS4, I'll get Assassin's Creed, but if you didn't get one, you would just got it for PS3.
It still feels like to me like if Bloodborne would have did this, it'd been like, I don't know if we can get this to sell on the PS4. Let's also make it for the PS3.
Then
just
whatever,
kind of thing.
Persona's doing it right now.
Like, yeah, but that makes sense in Japan.
I'm just saying, it's the same thing going on.
Yeah, it's like you don't have confidence that your shit's gonna sell on that system.
The Wii U version runs at 720p, so it is the superior version supposedly, but we'll have to see when they both come out.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda got me hyped. I'm not sure I'm gonna pay for it or whatever, but
just get the console just because of that.
Yeah, but I am interested. All right, so that ended the show. That was the whole presentation.
Yeah, there were some little things that slid on by that we'll address. But
there was a sizzle reel.
This was like
this is the main stuff they showed.
Yeah, that they actually sat around and talked about.
Zach, how do you on a grading system? A, B, C. What do you rate this?
The overall.
What do you rate this conference? Just the conference.
What's the lowest letter?
F.
Okay.
Like grades in school.
I give it a D.
A D? Yeah. Okay.
What up, Ben?
I didn't get to see it live. I saw y'all's reactions to it.
What do you give for? So we already skewed you into the negative thinking.
Yes. Because I wasn't expecting much from it anyway. Yeah. But I didn't get that first glance of disappointment like you guys got. I could already see in y'all's faces when I was watching y'all that y'all weren't having this. So I gave this thing a failing grade. D plus,
D plus,
C minus,
D plus. That's like a 3-point difference. I give it an I.
Oh shit! Okay.
An I is
that's where they didn't even get enough attendance, right?
When you didn't get enough attendance, to fucking
holy shit. Yeah, because enough people didn't want to show off the games.
I'm sorry, you didn't show off the fucking games. You showed off Zelda.
There are a lot of ports coming over, but come on, Splatoon 2 in summer, Mario not until holidays. I would wait until next year to buy the console. That is exactly what we were thinking, PlayStation 4. Pretty much. We were just like, there's nothing.
Also, a lot of ports is pushing it. There's not a lot of ports. There's a few ports.
Probably one of the best things about the conference was when Reggie showed up. He was like, well, what games?
Oh, my God.
And we were like, yeah. What games are you
talking about?
That was the fucking best.
Legend of Zelda is cool. Legend of Zelda is one game that's also on another console. There's not a single game that even looks remotely interesting coming out with a release date. Until the holiday 2017, that would be Mario. Everything else is buyer and more spy.
Yeah.
You're buying not because you wanted to, just because you have nothing else to play.
Feels bad, man.
But there were a bunch of games announced, and we're going to go through them right now. We'll talk about which ones we want to talk about and which ones we don't, whatever. But I'll name them all off. Just if you guys want to stop me, let me know.
We could talk about little things about them if there is anything.
Got you.
Go ahead.
Skylanders.
Oh, I don't have a picture for that.
That's okay. It's a launch title. Imaginators, just a port. Just Dance.
got that one.
Launch title. You expected it to come.
Yeah. Whatever.
Ports of I Am Setsuna coming over.
That look neat, but it's on PS4, so it's like...
Siberia 3. I don't know what that is, but I know it's on other systems.
I don't even remember seeing that.
Minecraft Story Mode. Cool. It's on other systems.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is worth talking about.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8's on the Wii U, but it doesn't have a proper battle mode with like a battle area.
Apparently there is a battle mode in it, though. I looked it up.
There is a battle mode, but it's not a proper battle mode.
It's like it just uses the tracks.
It uses the tracks, yeah.
And you start on different... I'd be like, well, what if some jackass just starts driving the other way, and you turn around and you try to chase them, and then they keep fucking avoiding you? It's like...
That's exactly what happens.
Oh, God. It would just...
It's so fucking terrible. So they've added battle mode back, and you have 5 balloons, which is different. They also have 4 new characters. They are Splatoon Boy, Splatoon Girl, Dry Bones, regular Dry Bones.
Regular. That's right. I was going to say because Dry Bone Bowser is a character.
But
badass.
Regular Dry Bones is there now, and also King Boo is there.
Was King Boo not a thing before?
No,
I thought he was not. DLC.
Nope, he was not. And also, all DLC is included in the game.
Yeah.
And there's a new Splatoon map for the battle mode.
Yeah, and it looks really good. And they introduced some old items from the Super Nintendo one, which John recently played with me.
Yes.
So they got the feather that makes you jump, and it's one of those things where it's like, well, that sounds fucking useless. But when he did it, he stole someone's balloon and added it to his when he did it. Oh, that's fucking fantastic. And then they have the ghost item where you turn invisible, so you can't be seen, and I think stuff goes through you. It might not be for this one, who knows? But it's used to steal people's items too.
I'll say,
I'm like, that sounds fun.
Before I really started hanging out with you, Zach, me, Nick, and Alex would go fucking ham on Mario Kart 8.
Yes,
there was like a time when we were just in on Mario, and when the DLC came out, we were day one at my house playing it. That's how much we were into.
Over one of those
you might have went, yes, because you played as Bowser. I remember.
Yeah. Because you were like, well, who the fuck plays this Bowser? I was like, I play this Bowser.
But then you realize
and
why
I
that doesn't happen.
Characters just are
slow.
No, they get fast.
They get fast.
It's like
they're hard to maneuver.
If you don't know the stage in that, you can't turn in time.
Yeah.
Which I had no problem with every other previous one because you could react in time, and drifting was a lot more. Like, so
I would
ridiculous.
say if you got a Switch, then you should get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe if you haven't had it yet.
Yeah,
because it's an excellent game.
Let's see. I was really hoping a Metroid reveal. So were we, man.
Of course, absolutely.
So were we. God damn it. And Xenoblade 2 was great. They didn't announce a release date.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hoping next year's E3 they show a new Metroid. I'd buy it as soon as they announce it. Yeah.
What's funny about that is Reggie just came out and they had a little interview with him. And the guy came out and told me, he's like, yeah, we did see a few. He didn't even say the name. He was like, we haven't seen a few titles or whatever, you know, that people were asking for. And Reggie was like, I just had someone ask me in the last interview about Mother 3. Are you about to ask me about Metroid? And he was like, oh, I was. And it was like, he's like, look, we know. We're aware. Come to me in a year and we'll talk. Ooh. That means nothing, but that means like... Maybe. Like we know you want it, but now is not the marketplace for us to put it on the Switch.
Yeah.
So gotta try to get some of the sales out here.
Yeah.
Next
they had Sonic Mania.
Yeah.
Which
blew my mind that Sega didn't even bother. Like they could have just used a video of Sonic fucking Mania and would have been less disrespectful.
Yes.
Like shit.
I don't know. Have they treated Sonic with respect?
You're right.
You know? God damn it. When's the last time they treated Sonic with some respect? Great.
This game looks amazing.
I know, but let's be.
You're right. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
When's the last time you enjoyed a Sonic game?
You can already kind of tell that they don't really give a fuck anyway about the Switch because like they had a video for the Nintendo channel on YouTube and it popped up like yesterday I think or today.
Yeah.
For Sonic Mania, and it is the exact same fucking trailer that has been already like fucking everywhere about Sonic Mania.
Yeah.
And that's been out for a fucking quite a while. So it's like there's nothing to look forward to. If they could have shown something like newer or even like if Nintendo paid them for something very specific and gimmicky, just like they did with Shovel Knight, you know, like anything, In this one, you could play as fucking Amy as well or something. Like, no one's gonna want to fucking play as Amy. But you know, fuck, you could play as fucking Robot Sonic. I don't remember what the fuck it's called. No,
Robot
fuck the
Sonic?
kid. What's the Robot Sonic guy called?
Metal Sonic?
Metal Sonic. There we go. Like,
See,
that would be
because
cool.
you could be talking about Metal Sonic, or you could be talking about Robo Sonic from Sonic 2 or whatever.
Well, Shadow. I'm pretty sure people like to
Oh,
play
yeah,
Shadow.
those are different things, huh?
Yeah.
Metal Sonic's Sonic CD, right?
Yes.
And Robo Sonic is Sonic. God,
I don't know if that's the
mixed up.
canonical name for him, but
I think that's right, though. They're two different things.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. So
I like Sonic Heroes.
Sonic 3 was the
God
last
damn
time,
it,
yeah.
Nick.
I'm sorry, I did. I'm sorry if you feel that way. I like Sonic Heroes.
Honestly,
That's
I
probably
feel like
the last one I
Nintendo
think
is
I've
nickeling and
actually
diming people by saying, hey, get it so you can have a few extra items so you can just sell a new console. Yeah, you're not fucking wrong on that. Also, no Breath of the Wild Special Edition for Wii U, and then show the special editions for the Switch. Really
look, I think
frustrates me.
we just need to cut it right here. I'm calling the Wii U version not coming out.
Yeah, that's probably gonna
I think they're
happen.
going to cancel it.
Oh, yeah, also in the conference, they slid by, without even addressing it, a fucking amiibo.
Amiibo package, yes.
Oh yeah, I like that little comment y'all made.
We were like, wait, is that the fucking amiibo for the game? What?
It's like they're so unfocused on what people really care about.
Yeah.
I would have rather saw the amiibo than showing me how the fuck I could figure out how the goddamn Joy-Cons work. It's not like they're fucking babies watching this presentation. It's 10 o'clock at night. There's normal people watching.
I've
We
had
can figure it
controllers
out.
in my hands. I've had your funky ass fucking controllers over the fucking past few years. If I could figure out how to use an N64 controller, I could figure out goddamn anything that you could put out on Nintendo.
So Sonic Mania
ridiculous.
looks cool. Whatever. Not gonna fucking play it anyway. Puyo Puyo Tetris as well. Cool. Whatever.
It looks kind of neat, but
Um,
it's going to be on other side. Oh, you should say the price thing about that game, by the way.
Which one?
Puyo Puyo Tetris.
$60.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was different for this.
Oh
console.
my god, you're right.
You should
I
need to
just
address this.
I just assumed it was $60 because so I think if I remember right, it's $30 on disc on other console, and then $30 digital on the Switch, and then $40 for the physical copy on Puyo Puyo Tetris, which is ridiculous.
That's some fucking shenanigans. Why the fuck would you do that?
Dude, come
For-
on
the-
now.
For one, why they have never Nintendo? I don't think has ever made difference in price for like digital and physical. You know,
yeah,
so that's just beyond me anyway.
yeah.
Like there'll be times where CD prices drop, not often for fucking Nintendo, but there'll be times.
I will say I'm okay with the digital version being cheaper than the physical version. That's fine. That's something that should have happened a long time ago.
Maybe if
Because they don't have to.
Because you don't have to make a disc. I understand that's a minimal cost probably, but like, if I'm not getting anything, give it to me cheaper.
Yeah.
That said, their
just
fucking
did it wrong.
shenanigans are out of control.
yeah,
It should be the same price physical on both systems.
yeah.
But it's it's Puyo Puyo Tetris, and if that was a launch game, that would be a Remorse title. But it's a spring game, so you already have a bunch of Remorse titles by then. Maybe if you run out, you can get Puyo Puyo Tetris.
What's one
Looks
more?
like a fun puzzle game.
Puyo
to me,
Puyo Tetris
but
is incredible, but it's also,
Looks
fucking Puyo Puyo Tetris.
looks like some Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine mixed with some Tetris and.
I mean, Puyo Puyo
shit.
is Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, right?
I have.
That's just
I
flat
think
out.
that was like the legit one of that. Well, Puyo Puyo is, yes.
I have Pokemon Puzzle.
You know what?
This is just
Puyo
Dr.
Puyo
Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
But the
Oh,
Tetris
but it
part
has
is
Tetris
Tetris
pieces
with it.
Oh, so there's some more.
This
shit
is the
going on.
upgrade version of it. Puyo Puyo was originally, I think, that in Japan and then over here. It
Got
has
it.
like that Mario 2 kind of shenanigans, but with Sonic.
Got it.
I have Pokemon Puzzle on my DS. Nothing my sister bought me.
Nice.
Pokemon Puzzle League?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have it on the DS?
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, just go in a little store and get it. I think it's only a couple bucks.
It's the Game Boy Color version, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it. The Johto. The Johto League? Yeah. It's awesome.
So Puyo Puyo Tetris, whatever.
I remember I busted your N64 playing.
You broke my N64 playing Pokemon League. You're right.
It
was
was
all
you.
I mean, it broke. It's not like
How dare you?
I don't mean to word it as
you
in
didn't-
like I
if-
picked up the console and like destroyed it or
You got mad,
something.
you get spanked.
Because
and
I
tossed it like a
don't
little
lose
kid.
at Pokemon Puzzle League or
To be fair, Zach beat the shit out of me in that game.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I
It was
don't
the
lose
power
at all.
button was going out, and it just finally went out.
Did you hit it a little too hard? Just tin, tin, tin,
I
tin,
was
tin,
just
tin.
working that controller too good, man. She couldn't take it anymore.
And
Fucking sorry.
He also broke my Xbox recently. You didn't even know about that.
Jesus Christ.
Dude. He just put a game in and broke it.
That's how I got an Xbox.
They were playing fucking... What the fuck was that game? The puzzle game. Not puzzle game. Minigame game.
Fusion Frenzy.
Fusion Frenzy. And then y'all were like, all right, I don't feel like playing this. And then you gave me the controller, and you and Oldberg got up and started finishing the food, right?
Yes.
So I played one minigame to finish it up. And as soon as it was done, it gets like this death screen on it. And it's just like, I don't want to work anymore, basically. I was like,
with Japanese text all over it.
Yeah,
And I was like, what the fuck?
Please turn it into your whatever Microsoft.
Now I know what happened.
Oh my God.
I know what happened there. The battery, the internal battery in the Xboxes were starting to go out in this time frame.
Yeah.
So I just had to replace it. But
I just happened to be there.
You just happened to be there the wrong time.
Just like how I happened to be
take the blame.
near my buddy's losing his Dragon Quest Monsters save file when he over maxed the hours. Like the game couldn't read any more hours above
That's
it.
hilarious.
He had the timer won't go up anymore. It was like I think it was 959 hours. Or no, 999 hours and 59 minutes. It wouldn't get any higher than that.
He just said, fuck it.
And it finally like died on him.
He's like, bruh, come on now.
He was like, well, that's like 3-4 years of my life.
All right.
I was like, holy shit.
Let's ship. Super Bomberman R.
Yeah.
Launch game.
That looks fun.
Looks cool.
I like Bomberman.
It looks
I think it has an adventure mode too.
Yeah,
cool.
and I believe you can
Even
co-op it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Which
because
looks
the
good.
co-op ones are fucking great.
Along with the multiplayer stuff, that's always good. So
Yeah.
there's not much to say more about it other than
it's Bomberman.
It's Bomberman.
Hopefully they got some cool power-ups and little things you could do.
It's another Remorse title that you can pick up when you're done with Zelda, but at least it's a good one.
I would.
Is it a Remorse title then if it's good?
Is a Remorse title.
Like, aren't Remorse titles like...
It's just not a title that'll sell the console. That's it. That's
like in the early time, like you didn't buy the console for Bomberman,
right?
But since I have the console,
but I'm saying
I'll get it.
You got the console, you got that, and you actually enjoyed yourself. I don't think that's a Remorse game. I think it's just a nice little game. Now, if it's Remorse, that's $60, right?
Yeah,
that's what makes it Remorse.
I'm saying it will be.
I'd pay $60.
I'm saying it will be Remorse if in a few years there's more games out and there's Bomberman. Would you not buy Bomberman? That means it would be Remorse.
Yeah,
title.
if you were like, I would have bought you back when there was no games. But
which you can do because there is no games for it, and so that's actually one of the few good ones.
All I'm saying is I would buy Bomberman regardless.
And I'm letting you know. All I'm saying. Okay, good. Let me finish destroying him real quick. And I'm saying if you do get the system for every reason, and then you have one game, Zelda.
Yes.
And you want at least 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Like when you buy a new system, you want to walk out with at least 2 to 3 games. That's your second one, right?
Yes.
So that's not.
To be fair, Bomberman is more a party. Like they have some good fucking adventure ones, but it's a multiplayer game in the end.
Okay.
Like you get maybe at most like 6 hours off of the adventure.
I'll just say, if I were to buy a Switch at launch and I need 3 games, I'm not getting Skylanders and Just Dance. There's only 3 games left, so there's not many fucking options. I'm getting 1-2 Switch and Bomberman
and Zelda.
And Zelda.
That's the last one you play.
That's the last
one. Bad taste.
You know what? That's not even wrong because I would be like, let me play 1-2 Switch. Okay, that was actually pretty good for a little game like that. That's what I would say because I have remorse.
Get down here. And what? Play 1-2 Switch with me so I don't feel bad. Okay.
That's what I would do. I'd make my kid play Bomberman with me. Not that I don't like Bomberman, but
we should mix that around. You should have your kid play 1-2 Switch with you and have Bomberman with me. Actually.
Fair enough. So after Bomberman, Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challenge. So there's a little bit to talk about here.
Yeah. And this picture kind of says it all.
There's Evil Ryu. There's Violent Ken.
That's pretty much it.
Evil Ryu, you're probably familiar with. He's in a few games.
Yeah.
Alpha games, right?
Yes. A lot, primarily the Alpha games, and then Street Fighter 4.
Violent Ken is in SNK versus Capcom.
SVC Chaos.
That's it. Which is weird. And they're going to be in this. So it's just HD remakes ported with this new shit. That's all it is.
Yep. It's kind of neat.
Kind of, right?
Depending on how they treat them and how they play.
I'm pretty sure.
Hopefully they're not just a shitty.
I'm pretty sure the price was $40. Oof. For a $10 game. A game that costs $10 on Xbox Live.
That sounds rough. That sounds fucking rough. Sonic Adventure 2. I don't like that game.
The game's awful.
I think it's way worse than the first Sonic Adventure for many reasons, which I will probably play recording again one day, and you'll see why. But I hate that game.
So you're just going to destroy the game while you play it?
I hate Sonic Adventure
like
2 so much.
Piece of shit. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I'm doing this for you, people.
Yeah.
It's like just when I think I'm gonna have fun with Sonic Adventure 2, and just fucking I stop having fun every time, every fucking time.
What about Slightly Angry Ken? No. He's violent.
God damn it. He's super angry now.
Yeah, but
that's about it.
Well, and then the thing of like they're not gonna start their online until fall,
when you have to pay for
fucking bullshit.
Yeah. So
next game, which I think I fell in love with, Snipper Clips.
I just love that fucking picture, man.
Okay, I'm going to try my best to explain it, but you need to look up the gameplay yourself. You're these two little shapes, which are like, I don't even know how to explain it.
Like bullet shaped almost,
yes,
right?
That's the exact way to describe it. They're bullet shaped. And you can overlap each other.
One side's rounded, one side's flat.
If you press a button, whatever amount you're covering the other character will get cut off. So you can essentially turn each other into different shapes. And each room has like a puzzle you need to solve. So there might be like a basketball goal, but you need to pick up the basketball. Well, you can't do that because your shape's weird. Well, let me turn you into a little scooper, and then you can jump on me and we'll scoop it up and like.
Yeah, it looks fun and funny, and there looks like there's
if it has the right amount of levels, I think this could be like one of those games where it's like this is big,
like Wive and Keep.
Yeah, like this will be big, like not super big, but like big, cool. Like Scribblenauts big, like big enough to make a franchise out of, possibly, you know? Because
I think so.
Yeah, I think it.
It just needs enough creativity and levels.
Yes.
Holy Can would be cool.
Holy Can.
That'd be the best.
But I think Snipper Clips looks on. I don't know. I don't remember when it's coming out. It's this year. It does have a this year type of thing going on for it.
Don't look like it took too long to make anyway.
I don't know.
It depends. Well,
you know, I'm not
level design is probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, thinking of how things work and
because the level has to be fun, yet like there has to be a certain amount of learning curve as you go. Like if it's just easy the whole time, it's gonna get boring. And, you know, it's the whole.
When I watched them play on the Nintendo Treehouse, they couldn't even do the basketball one. So like that's not to say it's hard, but that's to say like
you have to be creative.
And also your friend is probably a fuck up. Yeah. So like you gotta put up with that shit too.
Yeah, just shenanigans, man.
They showed Has Been Heroes, which is like kind of reminding me of a mobile game almost, but I really need to take more time to look at it.
I don't even remember seeing that there.
I don't even know how to explain it, but Has Been Heroes was shown. Lego City Undercover was announced before the event even happened, which is just a port.
Yeah.
But it was like the first game you could buy for the Switch. Disgaea 5 was shown. Cool port.
Yeah, Disgaea 5.
Yeah.
I like that game. If you don't have it and you're going to get a Switch, you must get Disgaea 5. I approve.
I would love if you could use the touchscreen to control people, but I don't think that'll happen. Or like you could point where you want your movements to go.
I had Disgaea ripped out my hand once.
Jesus. Oh.
That's a story for later.
Oh, was it you, John?
Yeah.
Did you keep him from buying
it? Go ahead and explain it, Nick. Go ahead and explain
it. Okay, so me and John, we're buying, we're looking at games. Mm-hmm. Like we always do. At GameStop. We were looking at games because I was in the mood to buy a new game for no reason. Just to buy a new game to have something to play. Cause
that's pretty much a good enough reason for it.
Yeah, it is a good enough reason. Because like I was playing the games I had, but you know you always get that itch, you know, to buy a new. So we're getting there. I'm looking at games. This guy comes walking in. He asks the lady at the desk. He's looking for something Final Fantasy Tactic wise. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he said. He said I would like something like Final Fantasy Tactics. What'd you give him, Nick?
Tekken 5. Wait, was it Tekken?
It was Tekken 5.
Oh. Tekken 5, yes.
Oh, no.
She said, well, it has some strategy because you got to think about your moves and stuff.
And then, like, we looked at each other and we were just like...
You're not wrong in the mind game department, bitch.
And I was like, I know...
That ain't the right kind of game.
I went up to him and I asked him, I was like, what are you looking for? And he was like, well, his tactics. And I was like, and she gave you Tekken? What the fuck? And I knew.
I have Disgaea 3.
And 4 in his hand, I'm pretty sure.
Disgaea 3 I had 1 because it was like the last one that was there. Disgaea 3, I was looking at it, I was like, you know what? I keep, like, every time I come out, I keep looking at this. Like, this might be the day I actually buy this and go check this out.
Yeah.
John helping the man over there. Next thing you know, I hear him in the ear, but I'm also like focusing on here. Next thing you know, I just like see John just turn, snatch our hand, dude. This is what you want, and he started explaining like the similarities to it.
I hope you told him it's like this is a little bit more anime than.
That's actually exactly. I said I know what you want. You want a grid-based game RPG. I know exactly what you want. And I said this is it. This is a little bit more anime. We can go the other route. You can get XCOM, which is the total not anime, but they're both very similar games, and they're awesome. Yeah. And he was like, he grabbed his guy at 3. He went straight to the register. And
meanwhile, my hand is still like in the shape of
the game.
And then like I see dude, like I turn to John. And I'm like, dude, I was gonna get that. I said,
it was funny as fuck.
And then John's just like, oh, my bad, man. I was like, nah, you know what? He's going to enjoy it way more than I would. That thing probably would have just been in my drawer somewhere. Who knows? Maybe
I felt bad about taking it from Nick, but at the same time, I really felt good about helping that guy.
You helped him out. He probably appreciated it, played it way more than I would have.
If that guy was talking about Fantasy Tactics, that means, like, that was a game he probably loved. But he's not like a super gamer, like, you know? And he would just love to experience more.
He didn't say just a genre. He said like a very specific
you know,
game.
I used to love Fantasy Tactics. I just haven't seen many games like that lately. Well, here you go.
Yeah.
Like, they're there. There's just not many of them.
Exactly.
Oh my God, no. Yeah, you did me dirty.
Tekken, goddamn. Player Workshop would be perfect for this. Oh, for the snipper clips.
Oh,
it would be great. That'd be fucking fantastic. Like little player-made levels. That'd be great.
They also showed Rayman Legends. Cool.
I got pics for that.
Oh, you want to put a picture real quick?
Wow.
All right, we're done talking about Rayman Legends. It's fucking Rayman Legends. It's been on everything, including the Wii U.
And that's all I got for pictures. Let's just go back to this.
They also showed Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. That'll be a thing coming to it. Whatever.
Still playing that on my PlayStation.
They showed Farm Sim. Cool.
Yeah.
Nobunaga's Ambition.
I didn't even look at the second page.
Nobunaga's Ambition. Minecraft. Rhyme.
Rhyme is that like if you see like the boy in like a little fox thing.
It kind of reminds me of Ico a little bit.
Yeah.
Or Eco. Sleet is Sleet. Sleet is that little snowboarding skiing game that Ubisoft put out. I'm surprised they're
fucking skydiving shit too.
There is. I'm surprised they're porting it.
Any filler, I guess.
And that's it, man. That's every game that I've seen announced so far. I might have missed a few here and there, but I'm pretty sure we got all of them.
Tekken, the classic strategy game. You're not wrong. So much strat, bro.
There's one more bit of tidbit about the thing. There's gonna be no Miiverse and no Street Pass. That's all gone. So
no more Miis in general, you think, huh?
That's not true because in the sizzle reel I saw some Miis.
Oh.
But there's no Miiverse anymore. Okay. So, whatever.
So no more people posting memes on the Miiverse.
Or posting pictures of dicks and getting banned. Yeah.
That's no fun.
Right next to Call of Duty.
Yeah, man. Tekken, Call of Duty, Final Fantasy Tactics. They're like all the same.
All right, but
it's the trifecta of similar games, man.
Right, so that's it.
We already said about the Fire Emblem Direct.
Yeah. The Fire Emblem Direct is next week. Keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
So, the Switch is coming March 3rd. $300. All the games we said were coming eventually. Maybe, who knows? 5 games at launch. 2, maybe 2 you care about. Maybe 3 if you really like 1, 2. Maybe you want to play Just Dance. Who knows? We're gonna go. Are you gonna buy it?
All the games.
Hold on. Are you gonna buy the Switch? When? What's it gonna take for them to make you purchase it? Zach.
Yes.
You are gonna buy it.
Yes.
When?
Probably next year.
Like
or the end of
2018.
Yeah, probably.
What's it gonna take? Or is what they have on launch enough for you?
No. Even on this list, there's like maybe everything on the list could.
If it would have come out.
If this was No More Heroes 3, I have Legend of Zelda. I get fucking Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Splatoon 2, Mario Odyssey, Super Bomberman, fucking. That's pretty much Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because I don't have Mario Kart 8.
Right, that's a great choice.
You know, that's still like a strong maybe too. Like, I'm telling you, if you fucking put a Monster Hunter in the goddamn thing, I'll fucking get it.
Yeah.
I'll find a way.
Nick.
Yo.
You buying a Switch? When you buying it, what's it gonna take?
Leaning towards yes. Pokemon when it eventually comes out for it, because we all know it's coming.
Right.
I'll see about Fire Emblem Warriors. I want to see what they talk about. I want to see at least like a premise of the story.
If a Fire Emblem normal game comes out,
I will. That's
it.
It's immediate.
Dude, it like the game will be pre-ordered if like there's a special edition. Like you know, if I don't have the
Switch by then, it might be time to pick one up.
You know.
Gotta get the 3 different fucking deluxe packs for each of the unique amiibos in each of them.
No, I don't do amiibo. I'm sorry.
It depends what they offer, though.
If it came with the
they
stuff,
unlock a character each, man. That's probably what's gonna happen.
Is it the character just gonna be a fighting character, or am I gonna get some story with it?
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, probably next year because that's probably when Pokemon probably get announced. What later this? Like October, November-ish. Isn't that when it usually gets?
Pokemon?
Yeah. So, even,
at least 20 games?
20 games is a lot,
20
Nick.
games is a lot of games.
I can't name 20 good games for the PS4 exclusively.
Yeah, but I enjoy my PS4.
I can say a lot of them, though.
Dang, before you even turned it on?
Oh, I think he said he had a lot of them.
Yeah, I had at least 20 good games. My Wii U sat around for long time before I even turned it on.
Nah, I think he's saying I'll wait for at least 20 games, good games.
Okay.
Because the Wii U didn't have that. I agree. The Wii U had a few great games. Yeah. Bayonetta 2,
I don't
Tropical
even
Freeze.
I think I can think of maybe even barely double digit.
I thought of 2 right there. That was the end. Mario Kart 8.
Wii U,
Mario Kart 8. Smash Bros. For that. For Wii U. Because it's the better version.
But you're right. Then there's nothing like...
You know how mad I would have been?
Star Fox.
I'm sure Xenoblade Chronicles X is good.
Yeah, I'm sure that's good.
You know how mad I would have been if the Fire Emblem games come out for the Wii U and not the 3DS? I would have got a Wii U for one game.
Yeah.
You know what? Forget that. I would have bought the game and then just played it at your house.
I think Monster Hunter 3U, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
On there.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
But like that's...
It's called the Switch because I switched to a different system.
Oh.
It's slim picking.
Stop it.
Right.
I'll say this. I'm dropping the bomb right now. I'm buying it on launch, by the way.
Are you serious?
Who would like to play 1-2 Switch with me?
I'll do it. Let's do it. We'll make a video.
Y'all are fucking pieces of shit sellouts. How the fuck could you do this?
I already knew you were gonna fucking buy one.
Your money, I need to see
for the fact you can make fucking videos off of it.
I am not.
That is true.
I am not buying a Switch. It was a fucking trap. How could you guys?
I would play.
I would play it. I'm just not gonna buy it. You know. What's wrong with you? Like
I thought we were gonna have Zelda
Adventure. When you got
your record it, I'm like, yeah.
When you got your Wii U, did I not play with you?
Yes.
Does that make me a sellout? No. It makes me a player of video games.
I'll say this: I will get it, and I'll probably get it before both you guys because I'm a sucker like that, right?
Yes, you are.
I'm the fucking sucker, and then you guys will buy it when it's smart to buy it every time, unless you get caught into some sucker shit too.
Yeah.
20 is exaggeration, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta have a nice little collection, so you don't.
I will buy
the list of good games on it's like.
I just need
fucking slim.
Like Zelda's great, and in reality, I just need like 2 more. That's all I need. 3 games really. I just need 2 more
big Nintendo titles.
I don't even care if they're Nintendo. I just need 2. Let me look at this list real quick. Okay.
How about something unique? I mean. Or something.
Super Mario Odyssey might be it, but not for me, really,
Yeah.
Octopath Traveler. If it's exclusive, that's a big one for me.
Yeah.
Even if it's like shorter than it should be, probably. Like, I think that's it. Well, maybe they'll announce something else.
Yeah.
Snipper clips.
Like that's Splatoon 2 looks good to me.
I'm not buying Splatoon.
But the online thing is what pisses me off because that's the only thing I'd probably do with Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
Play online.
Of course.
So I don't want to pay for that. I don't want to.
I don't know.
So I probably won't just get the game.
At all. It sucks because I'm not buying ports on the Switch, So this list becomes much smaller.
Yeah. Snipper Clips looks fun.
Snipper Clips does look fun, and I think I would buy that, but I need one more big one. Shin Megami Tensei 5 might be it.
If it's exclusive.
It will be. Like every Shin Megami Tensei game.
Think they're already working on a Pokemon game for it?
Yes, I do. The thing is, they leaked some images and like.
For what? For
Pokemon Stars of like some upgraded character models, and maybe that's all bullshit, but like, I think it's true. I think they're at least trying to make it work on the Switch. But I will get one. I just need a few more games, Nintendo. Just give me a few more.
Yeah.
But
I'm probably not going to support the online service at all.
No, not at all.
Nah.
Unless
I highly doubt that.
I mean, there's just nothing I want to play for you online, Nintendo. Yeah. I don't even play Mario Kart. Like
what if
I play with friends.
You need to pay for the online service to access their online store?
Then I wouldn't.
I guess I ain't going on the store then.
Then I wouldn't go on the store. Not that you have shit on the store anyway, Nintendo. I fucking saw the Wii U store, you piece of shit.
Like how Splatoon was at EVO last year. Yeah, that's weird.
But they already came out and said that you can access the store if you don't have it.
Yeah.
Also, when everyone leaves here, I want you to go ahead and find the parental guidance trailer for the Switch. They have a thing where the phone app, right? We
didn't talk about that on the podcast.
Okay, so blah blah blah. The online service is connected to your phone through an app. So that it's the same thing like with PlayStation and Xbox. You just have an app. You can talk to your friends through it. It's not that crazy.
But I thought you have to have the app though.
Yeah.
You don't have to have the app for the other ones.
You're right, but
that's
we'll see more about it when it comes out. But the idea is like you can have parental controls on it, which doesn't matter to us. Even me with a kid, I don't. I got it. I understand how to fucking parent my kid. I don't need my phone to do it.
You just limit on what games you buy.
You can literally not even really, but
I know that, but
you can limit everything about. You can see how much time your kid was playing the game. You can give them. And what I did there's a time limit on it, right? And when the end of the time limit is reached, it gives your kid a little ding, which means you respect your kid, and it's like hey, it's bedtime. And it's like, okay, cool. And it won't just shut off your game. But then you could see how long he's ran over. And you're like, bitch, it's been 30 minutes.
I know you heard that ding. That means
I know it don't take that long to save.
Better get you a save point.
Boss battle.
You can straight send it to rest mode from there, which won't cut off your game. But I just thought that was really cool. And we'll watch it afterwards, but the trailer for it is so cute and funny. It has Bowser and Baby Bowser and you have to watch it. But
I'll watch it.
But that's all the time we got. We pretty much ripped this Switch presentation and a new asshole. We'll fucking see Nintendo moving forward.
Yeah. And let us know how you like the new layout we did. John put a lot of effort into it.
I spent about 20 minutes on it. That's it.
John put a lot of effort into it.
It might need some tweaks, but I thought it worked pretty good.
I had to fucking find all these pictures.
Yeah, thank you, Zach.
Thank you, Google Images.
Yeah, no, thank you, Google.
But that's all the time we got for this podcast. I'm sure Grub's shining in you guys' day. Peace.
Bye.
Laters.
I'm waving even though you can't see me.